Namaste and a very warm welcome to all our viewers on this channel. It is an initiative that we have kick-started a wonderful series of little talks with fantastic educators, mentors that have helped in nation building. We here in SELIN, which stands for Scholars, Educators and Leaders International Network, are extremely excited to associate with people who actually have been building blocks to really take the nation higher up for forming such a beautiful nation that is in the making. As we say, our nation is full of the youths and there's only hope and better hope further ahead. And people like the ones that you will be probably witnessing out here and we'll be listening into their journey of ups and downs, upheavals that come their way is going to be awe-striking and completely inspiring for most of us. So I am so delighted and excited today to introduce our very first mentor and educator who has, at a very young age, must say, with only his love, passion, and complete patience, been able to take the what do I say? I won't call it like, carry it on his shoulders, but because he carries it completely in his heart, take the mission through to educate children in his village. And I am sure each one of us is going to be completely awestruck by his journey. And we will not leave this space without learning a little bit about how we can better our own actions, because I do believe knowledge is power. But unless you do not put that knowledge into action and execute it, it is just a latent force that stays within us. So let's all, with our warmth of our heart and complete adulation, welcome the gentleman, Babar Ali ji, who is joining us today, the gentleman who at a very young age, started off early. I am going to only be, choosing words which will not do justice to introducing him. All I can say is, that beautiful statement that goes, you're not just a drop in the ocean, but you are the ocean in the drop. So Babar Ali ji, that's exactly how magnanimous you are for us, and a very, very warm welcome to you on board. How are you?
Namaskar. Thank you, ma'am. Namaskar, ma'am. Namaskar. Thank you, and I am okay.
Yes. Yes, thank you. In Bengali, the right way to say it would be Shubho Shandho. Now that we have reached afternoon, so it's a very good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you on. Yes.
Thank you.
So I am delighted to begin asking you the question that most would ask. You started off a beautiful TED Talk with a lovely statement that says that as I did something uncommon in the common world, I just turned out to come up with something which was magnanimous. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yes, ma'am. So perhaps you already came to know about my journey. So basically, I am from a backward district in the state of West Bengal. It's called Murshidabad district. It is one of the historical place. Once upon a time, it was the capital of Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha. And it is one of the border district. So in the year of 2002, when I was just a boy of 9 years old and a student of class 5, my school was 10 kilometers far away. And after returning from my school, I saw the children like my age or younger than me. They engaged themselves with different works. Girls, they were working at their houses. Few boys, they are collecting garbage from the nearest city, that is the district town, that was around 15-20 kilometers. So I collected 8 of them, include my sister, who was my first student, and started teaching under a guava tree in our family backyard. So there are lots of stories, but gradually it became my passion, my night's dream, my heart, and everything. And it became a dreamland for the helpless children, and it was named Anando Shiksha Niketan, the home of joyful learning.
And joyful it has been. Joyful it has been for you because holding your ground and digging your heels from the age of 16, when it's a completely hormonally challenged phase for most of the youngsters, when they are thinking about wanting to become some superstar, some known name. Everyone has a dream and everyone has a leader and idol that they worship and they would like to be. When they come close to the time when they are having to feed their bellies and pay the bills, they realize it really never works for them, and then they switch lines, and their passion is like kept in their back pocket. But you have been one man who has really stood the ground and faced a lot of adversities, from what I understand, and still stuck to his passion. So would you like to tell us something about that?
Yes, ma'am. So when I started my mission, it came from love. It came from heart, and the realization that I myself getting education if I can do something for others. And then when I visited the local Ramakrishna mission, that is 3 kilometers from my home, I met with the headmaster monk of Ramakrishna mission. The intention was can help our students, and because when I was in primary school, they gave us a school uniform or clothes. So I visited along with our students that time. But that day he gave me a book of Swami Vivekananda and advised me to read that book at least 5 minutes in a day. And from that book, I got a quotation: "Service to man is service to God." It also inspired me to continue my mission. And since then, he is my inspiration. So you see, I already mentioned that the place where I am from, this is not so easy to convince people about my intention to bring the children in the field of education, to hold them in the field of education, to manage institution. So I am fortunate enough. I proudly say that my family members are very supportive to me. My mother, she was the first person who came forward to help me. Though initially my father, he had care about my own career because he had an intention to see me as an administrative officer. So initially, he wanted me not to continue this work, but I did the same thing. I gathered those children at a nearby village hall, and one day he realized that, I mean, after a few days, he realized that I am doing the good work. And if I can do good for the society, God will help me. So my whole family members became convinced and they came forward with all kinds of supports and they are helping me. They are also suffering me along with me since inception to till date. So I am very fortunate enough in that aspect. And thereafter, I decided to inaugurate my school. That was in the month of April after my 5th standard annual examination in the year of 2003. So I collected sari from my mother and the village women, made a pandal, and invited a retired degree college principal who was very close to my father, and asked others peoples of the from our village, and organized a program, and students they recited. There was a drama performance. We hired a microphone that was in 30 rupees cost. We also collected some money. So that was around 100 rupees. And then I requested that retired degree college principal that what should be the suitable name for our institution. So throughout his observation at our institution, students are taking their classes in joyful atmosphere. So it should be Anando Shiksha Niketan, the home of joyful learning. Nowadays, your organization, SELIN, it is also trying to inspire, trying to help, trying to gather the young educators and all the educators. So I am going to give you an example that how a good teacher can inspire their younger generation, their students. So when I was in 6th standard, every day I asked for a broken chalk from my school teacher. So out of curiosity, she asked my classmates that why he is asking for broken chalks every day. Is he writing something in the blackboard or school premises? Then my friends, I mean the classmates, their reply was, no, madam. He started a school and he became the headmaster, and he using those chalks to teach other children in his village. And she became very happy and she came forward with a full box of chalk. On the other hand, I have the bad experience also. Many teachers discouraged me. They told that what is his intention? He is going to spoil his own education. Like this, I mean, discouragement. I am not going to say much about that. I always believe in a positive story, positivity. But you see, I ignored all the criticism. I mean, so on the other hand, many people tried to harass me that what is his intention? Is he trying to get a job from this institution? Is he getting something from the peoples? So different kinds of comments I have received from my villagers, from many ill-motivated peoples. I am not going to criticize or I'm not going to give dishonor to anyone, but that was the real fact in my life. On the other hand, the peoples like you, I gave you the example of the Ramakrishna Mission monk, few of my own teachers, my family members, and above all, my determination, my love, all these things help me. My passion with patience, all these things help me to continue my mission.
Well, I can only say that you made every obstacle an opportunity. You never left a stone unturned. You must be some stubborn person to really want to get after something, which I really admire so much, Babar ji, because aajkal ke bacche na, they think very differently. And I'm sure, the times have changed and moved. So you must see that kind of change in children. And I love the way you put it, to hold a student back to come back to you in your class. You must be a very engaging teacher and a good one too, I'm sure.
I am not sure how I am good as a teacher, but I can say that I always try to maintain discipline in my life. I also try to convince the younger generation to become disciplined, to become an ideal student or ideal man, whatever you can say, that I have tried. Though I have faced lots of challenges when I founded my school, Ananda Shiksha Niketan, the village elders were very skeptic to educate their children, as because they were not educated themselves. Hence, they used their children as the helping hand. To send the girls' children, there was strong reservation. So when I pursued to the parents to send their kids at our school, the first question I was asked that how education will be important even who cannot afford 2 squares a meal in a day. To educate girls, they will not find husbands. Actually, the early marriage problem was existed. On the other hand, the religious biasness, discouragement, no support, and to manage my own study, to manage institution, to manage school, that was not so easy. But I ignored all the criticism and went ahead with my plan. I had to suffer much, struggle much, but I did not give up hope. I hoped against hope and fought tooth and nail to combat all the adversities. So discipline, love, ideal, and the determination, all these things I tried, and the dedication, all these things I tried to implement in my life.
I think they are the building blocks that really make you who you are. Exceptional at such a young age to be able to do that, really. Full reverence. And I must tell you, and I say this on behalf of the entire team of SELIN, every tear that you have probably shed and every heartbreak that you've had, we completely value it and we know what it has taken for you to reach where you have reached. And we so cherish that. Thank you so very much for all your initiative and for this nation building effort. All these people who spoke the way they did and did not support you, I want to know what is their reaction now. Are they supportive?
They understand that this is not so easy to discourage him, because he have that zeal, he have that passion, but they are jealous. Now whenever everything is growing, everything is coming. Many people like you because you see they are the few numbers of people. Those peoples are everywhere. They are maximum persons. The religious from that maybe from their mindset in the aspect of mindset, they are the narrow-minded people. You see, if we are giving them the value most of the time that you cannot do your duties or you cannot achieve anything. So they are realizing they are unable to people because of their jealousy. But you see, if you are passionate enough, you have the honesty, you have the love, you have the determination. So whatever the challenge in your way, maybe it shall take time. I will give you a quotation whenever you are going to take the interview. I will give you the quotation in this aspect.
See, this is something that I want to actually add on to where we were discussing about how people's mindsets are, and I think it's changing tremendously over a period of time. Education is power, is something that is seeping in. Even a lot of things when used to go the rounds in the society about a girl child is changing over a period of time. I think even our government is supporting a lot to do with all of that. So you have seen, as I have in our times, a lot of trends changing and policymakers coming up with different policies, and where even education is concerned. And I am very delighted to have read that you are part of syllabus now, and you're part of the 10th standard books. And would you like to tell us a little bit more? How did you get into the books of the children? Because you already have reached our hearts.
Yes, ma'am. So for last 10 years, especially in government of Karnataka, in their first pre-university English textbook, that is for 11th standard, they included our journey, I mean my biography and our journey. So, and this is a very nice experience for me. Whenever I keep coming there, the students, the lecturers, and the peoples over there, their love, their generosity, and all it helps me a lot. I am getting more strength from them. And not only that, in different countries outside of India, in different countries, the students, they sending me letter that how it is possible. We are 9, we are in 3rd grade, from US, from Canada, from UK, from Turkey, from Uzbekistan, from Luxembourg, from Paraguay. Even the teachers they visited here, they keep sending me letter. They are so happy. And not only that, here in different curriculum, ICSC syllabus, and it was in CBSC also. So I tried to I keep visiting their colleges, their schools, and the keep on educating young minds and souls. The plan is to create at least 100 Baburalis. So this is my motto sometimes. And you see, and of course, it will help us to reach more people and marginalized communities. That is, the education is the way to fight poverty. So definitely this is a very good experience, and I will be more happy if others can come back to provide them the quality education, to work something, maybe in different ways, so that it will be more fruitful, more beneficial for our society, for our country.
Well said, actually. To think of it, it's well said. And I mean, also over a period of time, from what I am trying to get it under your skin and understand what different journey you must have gone, internet being one of them, this must be very hard for you to get in places which are remote, right? For having
True.
access to it, especially during the times of COVID that we have all gone through, and it's changed our lives tremendously, and our approach towards what we should look forward to. So, what would you want to add there? How did you battle all those situations? I mean, I'm sure the children would be just looking at you for the right answers, because they would be lost as to, I mean, you're the leader. So how did you take on that then?
Yes, ma'am. I am very sorry to say you that from 16th March, when the government declared here the holiday for COVID, from 16 March to I think 16 February 2022, there was the complete, it is better to say there was complete holiday in the school. And for us, it was very difficult to provide them education because we had not the enough resources to provide them the electronic gadget. Even they don't know how to use. From our school, from our side, I mean school side, even we had not that kind of resources. So it is good to say, or it is better to say that they were totally deprived from the education. So sometimes what we did, we brought few children in group wise and we gave them some assignment, but the massively we were not successful. So from 2 years, they were completely deprived from the school education. And that was not only for our institution. Most of the, so the rural background students, they were deprived from education.
I completely understand that. So what did you do in those 2 years, if I may ask, other than just trying to work a way out? How did you spend your time in those 2 years of COVID to kind of...
Okay, so I always try to utilize my time, because utilization of time is most of the important thing if anybody's life, maybe you are a student, teacher, or any other person. So, and not only that, I am the person 24/7. I am thinking for my institution that I will motivate others. I will share my journey with others. But suddenly, in all over the world, people are stuck in their home and in their home. So it was very difficult for me, very painful for me, because I am not habituated to stay at home 24/7. I am unable to attend the school. I am unable to visit any places. So it was so difficult for me. It also hampers my mental health also. And I thought that I am getting disease, though there was no disease. I went many doctors to take medicines unnecessarily, lots of, from 2020, I about to forget many things that time. And then when I keep calling my well wishers, the senior persons like you, that this is the situation, and my family members, they were so helpful, they are very careful to me. Then I came back in normal life while talking with the good people like you. So in the past phase, I've been from March to August, September, because I did not get the right information also, that I had not any problem, but for the overdose and everything, it personally, though it is the personal things, and it has changed lots of things, but again I recovered recovered myself after talking with the people like you and the care for my house. And then now again we are happily live the very good life. We are also infected by COVID. Many people across the world, they left our world from COVID. I only can say you that we need to help each other. We need to love each other. Don't spread panic and rumors. If we can love each other, if we can take care of each other, then only we can win against the COVID or anything. But unfortunately, that time people were so afraid. People were not taking care each other. There was a panic. There were the rumors. If we can come out and if we can spread love, if we can help each other, that this is the best medicine, so that we can win the battle, whatever the battle, maybe COVID or any other things. Maybe we should take precautions and everything, but apart from that, love and help each other, that is the most important thing. So whenever we affected by COVID, my family members and others, out of medicine only for their care, and we were well enough.
So very well said. Really, I think it's so important to get that human side out. It's very important to hold each other through. I think COVID has actually been there with the purpose to change the perspective of how we are dealing with people and with material things, because it's just that small virus which could have taken away lives and changed everyone's concept of being indoors and enclosed. But you were meant for bigger things, and you're loved so much. Maybe वो मैं मानती हूँ कि दुआएं होती हैं, is the duas that have probably worked magically for getting you back in space. And I'm so happy to have you share an insight and be so vulnerable with us and let us in. Many of us have gone through the same. You're not alone. Many of us have gone through the battling our own minds, actually. It starts so much on a personal level. And getting into that light banter with you. Okay, Babar Ali ji. So how do you keep yourself excited and stimulated? And is there always like a very side to you, or there's a little musty side also, which you like to entertain yourself? And other than this or focus that you have about where our nation building should be moving forward towards, I'm sure thoda sa halchal aur masti to hota hoga. I would love to know about that.
You see, ma'am, that since my childhood, that duty, the work that I am doing, always I try to maintain my personality and not my dignity also, dignity also, personally also. So though nowadays I have, there is little bit in entertainment, definitely this is necessary. But when I was a student, being a headmaster and a student, I was so serious. And nowadays, you see, and I am doing these kinds of entertainment or the childish attitude. I have that kind of childish attitude with my senior persons. They are 60 years old, 70 years old, minimum 50 years old to 60. So they love me in their own child, and with them only I am doing the childish attitude. And I love my students, I love peoples, but I always try to maintain the discipline also. And definitely with my well wisher, the senior peoples who loves me like their own family members, with them sometimes definitely we are doing entertain, but mostly they are the senior persons.
How nice. That means your friends are more the senior people than your own age group. That's what I understand that. Yeah. So wo dosti hoti hai. Like,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's
Because
one.
they can realize myself. They
Yes.
can value my childish attitude. Because
Yes.
nowadays, what happened to maintain your capacity, to maintain your work, to maintain everything, you should be little bit serious. Otherwise, people are surrounding you. They will trying to find the possibility to hamper you your work. Very frankly, I am telling this. This is because whatever I am speaking, this is from my experience, not only as an educator but being an school administrator or headmaster. So this is very much necessary to maintain
That's true.
your dignity, to maintain your position also. Apart from that, peoples who are going to realize yourself. That I give you the example that for my childish attitude, for my different qualities, they loves me. They loves me as their own family member. From them, definitely I am doing. And they are the select. Many people are there, so they
So
love me. They can value my childish attitude. That's why it is possible.
So, why I'm smiling from ear to ear, because I'm so tickled to hear the word childish attitude. So, I would wonder whether you'd like to share with us what, according to you, is a childish attitude that Babar Ali ji has. I mean, I would love to get into that space and share that space with you for a moment, if you want to share.
Okay, so you see, this year I am going to complete my 20 years of journey. But the peoples who are seeing me, who are helping me since inception to till date, they are finding the same Babar Ali. The same Babar Ali, the 9 years Babar Ali, the 10 years Babar Ali, 12 years, the same person in their mind. They treat me as their own child, their own son. And you see, you spoke about entertainment. So I am finding sometimes some incident. I am just writing in my diary. Then I am talking with them because
Okay.
I am traveling here and there, different kinds of people, different kinds of incident. Everywhere you cannot make a reaction.
True.
But those kinds of things I am discussing with them because openly you cannot, from your
I
position or
understand.
work, you cannot say. But out of that, those people, because why I am talking, because they give the value of those things. That's why, because
Yes,
they love you.
absolutely. So
Yes,
I cherish the fact that you're a private person, but you've got your naughty streak also. I do understand that somewhere, childish naughty streak.
yes, ma'am. Of course, we need to follow all the that what is going on, what is happening in front of us. That is also one of your IQ or whatever you can say. That what is going on in front of you. You should be aware with all of this.
I so
So
respect
all
the
those
fact that I so respect the fact that you really
otherwise this is not so easy to maintain a journey for 20 years in this age, because this is the best stage for anybody's life. Many people will trying to I mean bring you in another path also. That whenever you are going to get name, fame, or something, that they are going to change themselves. But if you are strict in your discipline, if you are determined about your passion, then you can achieve. Because you see, there is the no end of success. There is no end of, every day we are achieving something, every day we are learning something, and every day we are also getting some aspects, some success also. So all these things you need to maintain. Otherwise, you see, this is not a we are not playing a card game or anything. This is the constructive phase, constructive state. All these things we should realize, because today you are taking interview for the educators and principals and others. I am just sharing my own example
very
or
true.
experience.
It's very important to be real and human. I think that's really important. So I would like to know, to keep your focus, do you meditate?
Not exactly, ma'am, but you
Oh,
see, in my house, you will get the pictures of Swami Vivekananda.
I didn't
So,
see that.
uh, but I have the, of course, I am the realistic person, and of course, I have the faith in God also. I have the faith in my work also. Work is worship, that you know.
Absolutely.
So all these things I made, because all the times I am thinking that how my school will grow, how I will collect fund, how people, if people are not going to give money, if they are not going to help me, then how I can run my institution, how I will educate our students, how I will bring more institution across the country. And you see, I am the eldest child in my family. I have also some responsibility. I am not thinking for myself because I dedicated myself, but there are lots of thinking in my life. So, of course, sometimes I am feeling disturbed, but that is for the time being only. But my what I can, my strength and the great peoples like Swami Vivekananda and everyone's message and their works, it helps me to realize my life and trying to implement their message in my life. So one message, that is, go on bravely. Do not expect success in a day or year. Always hold on to the highest. Be steady. Avoid jealousy and selfishness. Be obedient. Be eternally faithful to the cause of truth, humanity, and your country, and you will move the world. And now I am convinced that nothing can stand against firm determination, firm conviction, and firm will. The only things you should have into your heart are courage, purity, honesty, and above all, love. So throughout my conversation, I mentioned about love and love, because I actually proceeded with love and I succeeded. I think that we should have the motto, we must do something extraordinary in this whole human life. We must leave a mark on the soil in this earth. And as I believe that education is not a bookish knowledge, not a pack of information, but it is human making or man making education. So as Swami Vivekananda, he mentioned that we want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can transform. So we should always contemplate on it and development within us 3H, that is development of hand, head, and heart. Then only we can call ourselves educated.
How should the future look, and with the help of education coming the way for the young? I'm talking about not just a small town, but even in big cities, you know, and the parents, any word of advice for both?
So yes, ma'am. So when you are trying to create social impact, you are acting as a change agent. You are challenging societal norms, and that is not easy. You cannot expect success every time, and failure should not demotivate you. So I believe in Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore's word, tell thyself today, whether the truth be stormy or breezy, let it on your mind sit away. So the purpose of the teacher is not only to come and teach, force students to memorize. The real goal is to man making. That is, getting a degree is not enough. The proper education must be viewed based on character, mental powers, intelligence, and intellect inculcates self-confidence and self-reliance in the individuals. And we all know great minds think alike. See how Swami Vivekananda, Kavi Guru Rabindranath Thakur is saying the same thing. So the one more famous poem from few lines from Kavi Guru Rabindranath Thakur, that is, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth. So my target is very clear, creating a good human being. Hence my job is to create a beautiful rainbow umbrella where any students, irrespective of their demographics, can take shelter. When students receive inclusive education, in the future, it is very difficult for them to hate someone different from him or her. They appreciate diversity and understand how diversity can help any institution or organization. Children learn from our behavior. So practice what you preach. I expect my students will serve the nation and will try to create a better world. So nowadays, there are lots of improvement of education system, STEM education, digital education, technology education. We are so advanced. But apart from that, human excellence is necessary. Value-based education is necessary. I am equally trying to focus in this issue also.
So you say that the blend of a traditional form of education with our value base, along with the modernity that our country is being led towards, is like a great
Yes.
mix. Do I understand that? Oh, that's
Yes,
wonderful.
yes. Value-based education is necessary, because you see sometimes we see a particular category of people is getting quotas or I means not I am talking about quota or anything benefit. If or you can withdraw this word also. If these people are not our friend, then it is very difficult to understand their hardship, to empathetic about their journey. Then we start raising questioning regard many things. So what I can say you that we can bring that equality, that education for all with equal opportunity. The last answer, I mean, in this para, the main thing is education for all with equal opportunity. And in my way, I am trying to achieve the same. In our school, you will find people from different genders. I mean, as of now, male, female, religions, caste, and some of the special kids, they are learning happily. So apart from that, all of these things, that value-based education is necessary. Of course, the modern technology-based education, modern education, bookish knowledge, everything is necessary. No doubt, everything is necessary to gain our knowledge. Apart from that, value-based education, that is also very much necessary. So we can, if we can bring the value in our education system, that will be beneficial for our younger generation. And I already mentioned you that we need to develop our 3 A's: development of head, heart, and hand. So if we have the value, then we can develop all these things.
So well put. So any word for the parents? Would you like to say something for the parents who are listening to you, for the youngsters in the coming generations and in the relevance of time? How should they be encouraging? And I'm speaking more from the point of view of being in a city life, competition, money making, position in the society. Move away from what the value base is sometimes, because you need to get there, climbing up the ladder. So would you have anything to tell the parents as a piece of advice, Babar?
Yes, there is no, this is not an advice, but definitely they should realize their child, that what is their intention, that what is their motto. They should understand their child. Nowadays, we are just forcing our child that you should secure the good marks, high marks, you should be the first. Go in the early morning to the school, then private tuition, go there, this, there, every time. No, they should teach them how to become a real man, because everybody after a certain period of, although maybe they can think that I am speaking like a very philosophical words, I am using philosophical words or sentence, but this is the real truth. After a certain age, we will leave this world. But if we can become a real man, of course, money is necessary for our world, but money cannot. You see, whatever I have learned from my journey, that you need something more than money and property to be happy. You cannot buy happiness, freedom, and joy. But if you spread love and help others to be free, you will feel happiness, a feeling of completing inside your heart. Even if you are a teacher, keep in mind you are always a learner. Learn from your surroundings and especially from your students. Always remember, failure is necessary for life. Do not be demoralized. Learn from your mistakes, failures. Believe in yourself. Even if others doubt your plans, dreams becomes true once you started to believe that it is achievable. Nowadays, what happened, that people are getting higher positions, they are well educated, but why these corruptions? Why lots of problems are going on in our society? Not only the politicians are doing, we are only blaming to politicians, but they are not only responsible all these. What about the educated people who are holding these posts? They are not responsible, they are also responsible. But how we can come out from these kinds of situation, if we have the real education in our heart? Everybody is talking about we need to love our country, but how? If we can think better for our country, that one day again our country will be in the higher situation in every aspect, then only it is possible. So for the teachers, for the students, for the parents, and all the stakeholders, I think the good teachers try to enlighten young minds. Apart from completing the school syllabus, they teach the students the difference between right and wrong. While the entire world is talking about the efficiency of online or hybrid models of teaching, I sincerely believe not the methods and techniques. But of course, in the COVID time, it was necessary. But you see, but not all the times. This is necessary, but not. This is not the ultimate solution. But the teachers are the heart of the education system. And to my dear student, first of all, be a good human. You are the future of the nation. Believe yourself. Stop comparing yourself with others. You told about parents. They should also understand that they will encourage their child that educate yourself. I am with you. And apart from that, become a good human being. Whatever marks you are getting, that is okay. You establish yourself because his or her establishment is necessary. He may or she needs a job for their livelihood. But apart from that, he or she needs to become a real human being. And it will come from the parent side, from the society, from the teachers, all the stakeholders. And again, stop comparing yourself with others. To my dear students, I would love to say, first of all, be a good human being. Again, I am speaking. You are the future of the nation. Believe yourself. Stop comparing yourself with others. Please remember, this is the third time I am speaking. Believe yourself. Stop comparing yourself with others. Try to become the best version of yourself. Respect others and help people in need. Always keep in mind, failure is necessary. Failure helps you to succeed in life. Study hard, but also participate in different extracurricular activities. And lastly, be good and do good. And these two lines should be embossed on the tablet of our mind. Mileage to go before I sleep, and mileage to go before I sleep.
Well, Babar Ali Ji, you've given us enough food for thought, and it's been such a joy and such a beautiful journey, these couple of minutes that we've spent together. It's etched in our hearts. You've really, really turned around our perspective as to how, if you really set foot, you can achieve anything. And that's what you have proven to be. And may we all here in SELIN stand together to wish you the very best. I know that for you, education has just been a joyful journey, and you, I guess, are continuing in that which way, having so many students now under your wing, and I'm sure they're going to turn out to be the bestest of citizens of the world. As I say, you don't need to wear a uniform to serve your nation. You wear your attitude and conduct in the right way and serve the nation and help the nation building. So thank you so very much. It's been such a joyful moments of my life that I spent time with you and enriched my understanding to how I can better as a human being also. As we say, we always have so much energy that we can share with each other. Babar Ali Ji, you're a man of grit, determination, poise, elegance, simplicity to the hilt. We love you for who you are. Thank you for being part of the kickstart journey of our series on this channel, SELIN. Really appreciates having you to be the first that we have to feature. So on that note, I must tell you also one more thing. Other than the fact that you show such a beautiful focused attitude and you show it through execution, the way you live your life, I also must add on a personal note, a twinkle in your smile tells me there's another story that we are awaiting to unfold at a later date. So I'm not going to say bye to you. All I'm going to say is Abar Dekha Hobe. Did I say that right? It means
yes,
until we meet again next time soon. Yes. So
yes,
thank you so very much. God bless you. More power, more strength to you, and be the force that you have set yourself out to be and seek your purpose. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.